자, 여러분 안녕하세요. 엄군입니다. 자, NBA 2K20 LA 레이커스 대 피닉스 선즈 경기 1월 2일 경기 한번 플레이 해보도록 하겠습니다. 레이커스 홈 경기고요. 바로 들어가 보겠습니다.
And as the Lakers entered the building, there was a fierce look in their eyes. That's the look of a team out to
지난번에
defend its home court.
샌안토니오
And the game arrival,
스퍼스한테
sponsored
아니지.
by Express.
댈러스한테였구나.
Like a pro. The busy freeways
승점에
of
좀
Los
당해가지고.
Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Phoenix Suns. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for LeBron.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hasn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing.
He's doing it all, D.A., thanks. And a New Year's Day game, Clark. Any chance that some of these players feeling a little slower, perhaps, than usual?
You know, Kevin, there's a good chance, but it's not just New Year's Day. I know you're implying that New Year's Eve would lead to a lot of revelry and extracurriculars, but that can happen during the regular season, too, depending on the city
피닉스는
that
제가 좀
players
잘하죠.
are in. And I would tell you that Miami, Atlanta are probably two places where you might not get the best of some of your players if you have an extra night in one of those places.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Contavious. And it's
시작부터.
McGee in at the center position.
You got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
Inside, here's Rubio. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
나이스.
Yeah, and that one, they caused a lot of misfires.
2점이야?
with their
3점 줄
intensity
알았는데.
on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
Rubio taking his time here. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
부커 얘를 좀
Booker against Green.
잘 막아야지. 얘가 좀 에이스야.
Booker, right side. Great D that time from Green. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against the Trailblazers in Portland. Pass to McGee. LeBron against Saric.
Boy, LeBron's taken a lot of punishment over the years. For him, just part of the game.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Both shots good from the stripe. Greg for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night They raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And McGee kicks to James. Outside for Davis. Tries from 16. And that's off the glass and in.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
피닉스인데
Well, as usual, a lot of offense in the NBA has been
오히려
generated in
나는
a small forward position this season.
매버릭
Here are the league's best at that position.
댈러스보다
LeBron James third.
피닉스가 더
I mean,
어려울 줄
tremendously
알았는데
gifted
일단 시작은
athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
And it's the Lakers ball. They've got a 10-0 run going.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Green against Booker. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in, and he banks in the layup.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
And Davis gets it to go.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
데이비스랑
And
뭐
it's Rubio with the
르브론
ball for the
조합은
Phoenix Suns.
너무
Down by
환상적이기
12.
때문에
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Making a concerted effort to attack. Rubio draws contact. He'll go to the line.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Howard's checked in. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. James looking it over. There's the feed to Davis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kaminsky is checked in for Phoenix. And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident
굉장히
Davis would be
스모키
signed.
싸움인데
A bit
소프트하게
of a
들어가네.
leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Green kicks to James. Down low. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Ayton.
Nice job of concentrating
Good
on the
pass,
basket
Dwight
that
Howard.
time by Howard. He knew he was going to get hit, but kept his eyes on the basket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Bradley's checked in for Danny Green. Phoenix also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Oubre, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. Johnson with it. 9 points last game out. For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
LeBron James on the wing. Back to Davis. Wide open. That
어,
shot is off.
저기 안
Now the
들어가?
Suns take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Phoenix calls timeout. A lot of guys like to shoot off the dribble, but, Clark, there are some that really are better at it, shooting off that catch in the NBA.
Yeah, and who do you have in mind, Kevin? I got a couple of names that I'm thinking about. What about you?
Well, I'm thinking of Klay Thompson because that backcourt is so prolific, and he's been so great at that. And that's kind of been his trademark.
Yeah, it has been. Reddick would be another guy.
Yes, another good
I
one.
think that would come to mind. And even though he's later in his career now, but Kyle
교체 안
Korver,
들어갔네.
one of the very best we've had in the
르브론도
league
아직
at
남아
shooting off
있으니까.
the catch.
Johnson, the pass to Johnson. And Baines kicks to Johnson. Clock at 6. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .131 left here in the opening quarter. Johnson, the pass to Baines. Shot clock at 6. And here's Booker from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Booker's got 5 now.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
The Suns making a switch here. Bridges checks in. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Rondo.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defense.
Kaminsky kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Baines. He's guarded by Howard. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And, you know, the screen wasn't that great, but still he got it done. Excellent concentration on the hard finish.
Lakers leading by 8. To the paint. Here's LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Kaminsky, the pass to Bridges. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
피닉스도 3점 시작되네.
29 seconds left to play in the first. Baines with the block.
파울을 불 줄 알았는데.
Bridges against James. Bridges dishes to Johnson. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter.
너가 제일 맡아.
Booker draws the double. 5 on the clock. Johnson inside. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. We'll return shortly. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just.
I don't really limit myself to one position.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Kaminsky out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Johnson in at the 1 spot. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said Any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity,
Oh,
all
뭐야,
the
뭐.
fame ends. My love for
Oh.
the game has grown, but at the
어?
same time,
야, 근데
I
그것도
want to be
몰랐어.
more than just a basketball player. Kevin
아니,
challenges can
갑자기
put
슛을
anything
왜 쏜 거야?
into perspective.
Thank you, D.A.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
And the Lakers with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Bradley. And the Suns here with a different look.
야, 이렇게 하는
Andre
거.
Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Sharch comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Oubre's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. Davis inside. Charge is there. Caldwell Pope outside. Los Angeles with another
안
miss. Suns trail by 6. Shoots from the elbow. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Oubre's got his first points in this one. To the middle. This is it to Caldwell Pope. Davis kicks to Caruso. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the boards.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
And that one falls for Ricky Rubio.
And, you know, the thing about Rubio, Kevin, he's such an accurate foul shooter. That hasn't translated, though, to his shooting from the field.
McGee, the pass to Davis. Here's Caruso. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Green, no luck. Well, it's definitely within striking
갑자기 또
distance now.
이렇게
Yeah, but they've got to make each
잘해,
possession
여기.
count on both
피닉스.
sides of the floor.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Pass to Davis. Here's Caruso. There's the pass to McGee. For three, Caldwell Pope. Good on the
그렇지,
triple.
콜델 컵.
Caldwell Pope's got his third bucket of the night.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a
중요할 때
little bit more
성정이 하나
in this
나왔는데.
quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks
아,
like
빨리
the latter. I mean,
르브론이
those
나와야
threes
되는데 르브론
not
2쿼터
really
되면 안
falling yet.
나오구나.
Rubio outside. Another three
야.
for Phoenix.
And not a great start for
뛰었는데.
him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Pass to McGee. Now here is Davis. It's stolen by Sharch. Dishes it to Rubio. Back to Sharch. Kicks it to Ayton. Booker outside. Over Green. And too long on the shot.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
아,
And he
역시
made the right
르브론
read
나왔어.
on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. James checked in for JaVale McGee. And Cook subbed in for Alex Caruso. And the Suns also making a change. Johnson, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And Ayton stays with it.
And
역전당했네.
defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Rubio with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. For three, Booker. And Davis pulls it down.
He hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the one in the first.
LeBron, no luck.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
아,
And
갑자기
it's the
핀스
Suns'
쪽으로
ball.
확 기울었네.
They're on a 19-7 run. And Saric kicks to Ayton. And there's Saric
와,
on the
뛰었는데.
assist by Ayton. Now it's a 4-point Suns lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Back to Cook. Left side Davis. Ron right side. It's stolen by Saric. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Davis. The finish. And LeBron throws it down.
Tell you what, even though he's a little older now, James still a force in transition.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Saric. He dishes it to Ayton. And here's Rubio. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Portland.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. Passes to Booker. Takes the three. The Lakers with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. James finds Caldwell Pope, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Well, Phoenix shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson, the pass to Saric. They double him with LeBron. Caldwell Pope against Rubio. 6 to shoot. He's looking for Saric and finds him. Johnson, a wide open look.
Wow.
What range from outside. Wow. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Got it off in time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
아, 엄청 앞서고 있었는데. 아,
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back.
이렇게
Ernie
또
Johnson, Shaquille
상황이
O'Neal.
있구나.
The game plan did not work out for Phoenix in the first quarter. Their defense looked very out of sync, and it translated into more issues on the offensive end. The deficit grew to as many as 14 points in the period. They were much more effective once the second quarter got underway, rallying to turn their deficit into a 3-point half. And that'll do it.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. Kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half.
그렇지,
I think
역시.
they've got to be a lot tougher
역시
on him,
르브론.
body him up, be physical with him.
LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 spot. That's the Laker 5. For Los Angeles, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. On the free throw, no good.
자유투만 넣을 수
And Clark,
완벽했네.
throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him, and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
The drive by Rubio.
You know, LeBron affected that shot, and his defense doesn't get quite the hype that his offense does, but over his career, he's been a consistent, aggressive defender on a lot of possession.
Oubre can't get it to go. The Lakers trail. Here's Davis. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists in the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No
Whoa.
way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Anthony
그렇지.
Davis grabs the miss.
다행이다.
Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Oubre with the steal.
패스 미스가 오늘 많이 나오네.
The Suns have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Booker dishes to Saric. Bucket is good. Saric has got his second basket of the night.
Saric plays with such intensity and focus. I mean, even with the defense right there, he stays locked in on the hoop.
Green kicks to LeBron. To the inside. Lakers working the ball around now. Makes it off the glass. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Rubio outside, feeds it to Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Looking at who's out there now for the
그게
Lakers.
들어가.
Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope. Avery Bradley. He's checked in for Danny
아
Green.
근데 또
Rajon Rondo subbed in for LeBron.
후보공으로 바뀌었네. 벤치 멤버. 르브론이 있어야
Second half
되는데.
of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kaminsky, the pass to Bridges. Here's Baines. Another 3
Wow.
for Phoenix.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Bradley finds Davis. Howard with it. On the wing, Johnson lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the 3
또
ball.
3점에
Johnson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
아 패스 좀
Back to Bradley to the left side wing. Rondo passes to Howard. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Davis inside, defended by Bridges. Kuzma outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's the Suns with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. And Rubio kicks to Johnson. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The concentration, the strength, the balance. Howard doing a nice job staying focused on the rim despite getting hit.
And the Suns call time. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Rubio against Davis. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Stolen by Rubio. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 3rd assist on the night.
3점에 너무 당하네.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
And Rondo really more creative than giving credit. Just has that knack for making defenders have to foul.
Alex Caruso, who's checked in for the Lakers. And Phoenix also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. And stolen by Kuzma. From past the arc. Rebound by Johnson. Suns leading by 6. Inside, Howard with the steal. Here's Caruso, covered by Rubio. Here's Kuzma. It's not going to go for him. The Suns go the other way with it. One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for a shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but the one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
The Lakers making a switch here. Cook's checked in. Pass to Bridges. Rubio outside. He kicks to Kaminsky. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 doesn't go for him.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Kuzma inside. Defended by Bridges. Caruso, the pass to Howard. And he gets the bucket. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
Imposing his will down there. Howard feels like he can score anytime he wants from this area.
Out to the right wing. Here's Kaminsky. 8 points for him. Rubio left side. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Rondo against Rubio. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Phoenix, Ayton, he's checked in for Kaminsky. Kelly Oubre comes in for Bridges. And it's Booker in for Tyler Johnson. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. He feeds it to McGee. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Ayton.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
Booker looking around. With 4 seconds on the clock, McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And that does it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams clicking offensively.
3점을 쟤네 좀 방어 잘해야
And how about a
되는데.
look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Friday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with a victory.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. LeBron passes to Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you defend Caldwell Pope because he's got great speed and he knows how to use it to draw contact.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Saric has checked in for the Suns.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Cook dishes to LeBron. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered him.
Out to the right wing. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
The Lakers trail. The drive by James. Count it! And they'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Saric.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
You talk about LeBron James, he does it all. Defends, scores, rebounds, passes, high IQ, unselfish, a leader off the court as well as on.
Puts up a three. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. They kick it out to Green. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And the slam dunk by McGee.
I like the fact that McGee not just going through the motions here. I mean, setting a good solid screen, timing his roll perfectly. That's basketball 101 there.
Rubio, the pass to Saric. Oubre outside. Booker outside. They need this. And that one drops.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Timeout call, the Suns.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have
데이비스만
to
나오면
show
되는데
more
나왔네.
fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
The Lakers making a switch here. Davis is checked in, and let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one.
나이스. 데이비스.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Caldwell Pope. Lays it up off the glass. Caldwell Pope's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
LeBron against Rubio. Oubre outside. And there's the pass to Ayton. Stolen by McGee. Here's the break. Here's Caldwell Pope. LeBron against Oubre. James outside. Just 5 to shoot. They kick it out to Green. To the wing on the left. Here's the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Saric has got rebound number 5
그린이
here
외곽에
tonight.
혼자 서 있어야 되는데.
Green against Booker. Saric outside. Up top, Rubio. Pass to Ayton. Stolen by McGee. And here comes the break. Green finds Caldwell Pope. Over Saric. And it's LeBron missing.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
That bucket in no time at all. 16 points for Devin Booker.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
여기서 위기를 넘겨야 되는데 3점 리드 계속 유지해야 되는데 피닉스가 외곽 슛이 너무 좋아가지고.
Now Rubio kicks it to Booker. Stolen by McGee.
나이스.
The dish to Davis. Back to McGee. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Green gets it to go.
중요한 순간에 또 3점
The
나가죠.
hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Davis. It's deflected.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
And it's the Lakers' ball. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Caldwell Pope finds McGee.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there.
8점 차까지
for
벌리면
making him
승산이
earn
있지.
the free throws.
Yeah, and luckily
Nice.
they've got terrific depth
잡았어.
at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
부커랑 3점 슛만 막으면 돼.
We've got 1:28 left in the game. And again, it's the Suns missing. Lakers leading by 8. Caldwell Pope outside. To the wing right side. A baseline J.
나이스.
Jump shot is good. 8 points for JaVale McGee.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul.
뭐.
And that one misses.
Frank Kaminsky was picked 9th overall back in the 2015 draft, and he's really established himself in a few years as a quality role player who can stretch the floor.
Green against Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Kaminsky. And right on target. Good.
저걸 넣어?
Enhancing that jump shot over time. The more Kaminsky attempts this shot, the more confidence he'll gain in it.
Here's James. Tries again. And it's laid in by Davis. And the Lakers lead by 10.
And you can
잡았다 이거는 10점 차면
these players
3점 3개 터져야 되는데 3개 터지고 또 넣어야 되는데 이거 끝났지.
Timeout called. The Suns. They're trailing by 10. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Outside Rondo to the paint and stolen by Diallo.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Quickly with it. Diallo's there. Caruso, the pass to Dudley. First free throw is good.
이 멤버도 다 포기하고 다 양팀 다 벤치로 바뀌었네.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.
자, 이렇게 해서 NBA 2K20 LA 레이커스 대 피닉스 선즈 경기 1월 2일 경기 플레이 해봤고요. 방송 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다.